Sign of an emergency. A secret tape from the last G20 meeting has been found. What it says could completely alter the way the world's money system works. A European leader can be heard saying, "The XRP ledger is the only neutral scalable solution," in the audio, which is a little jumbled but clear. We need to act quickly before the dollar problem happens. The voices of the people on the call sound panicked. Leaders around the world are trying to come to terms with the fact that the US dollar, which has been the backbone of global banking for decades, is falling apart faster than anyone thought it would. The major media hasn't talked much about instability, but people who were there said that worries at the G20 went far beyond what was seen on the surface. There was real fear. People are afraid that if the dollar falls, it could set off a chain reaction that would destroy markets, banks, and foreign trade. The public now knows about this secret vote, which shows that XRP was chosen as the global bridge currency to keep international payments stable before the problem gets worse. This choice will have huge effects on the world. For years, BRICS countries have spoken out against the dollar's domination while also quietly looking for alternatives. It's clear from the leak that their desire to build a new banking system wasn't just a guess. It was a plan for a future where government power would not be enough to rule everything. With XRP, you can get the best answer. It's neutral, quick, and scalable. Music, Bitcoin, and other stateless cryptocurrencies are known to be slow and unstable. XRP, on the other hand, can handle thousands of transactions per second with very low fees, making it perfect for global liquidity. It's clear that leaders at the G20 know about this benefit, and the leaked audio shows that the conversation wasn't just hypothetical. In fact, they were talking about real steps for implementation, infrastructure compliance, and how to get all central banks to work together. The petrodollar system has been the main way that countries deal with each other for many years. In the past, countries that traded energy goods depended on the US dollar. This gave the US a huge economic advantage. Leaked recordings point to a big change. Soon, XRP could be used to settle future energy trades. Music, a move like this would end the petrodollar's 50-year rule and give financial power to a currency that doesn't belong to any one country. This is not just a guess. It actually fits with designs that can be seen. In the background, emerging countries like Brazil and India have been quietly diversifying their reserves, using crypto-friendly financial tools, and testing Riplet solutions in cross-border settlements. Now all of the puzzle pieces fit together. It's not really being sold as a speculative product, XRP. Setting it up as a global service is a bit like putting in the pipes for the next stage of trade. A lot of the time, investors and regular people get the difference between crypto speculation and mass usage wrong. If someone is a speculator, they are looking for short-term gains by riding all the market instability to make quick money. This leak, on the other hand, shows that strategic adoption is happening at the top levels. When world leaders vote in favor of a technology and central banks start getting it ready for wide use, the rules of the game change completely. The honest XRP army has been loyal through years of FUD. Now they are seeing what experts have known for a long time. XRP is made to play this part. It's the bridge currency not because of all the hype, but because of how it's built, how fast it is, and how clear the rules are. Most people still only see memes and price fluctuations when they think about crypto, so they can't see the infrastructure change that's happening behind closed doors. A lot more than that is going on in geopolitics. The G20 is not a laid-back club. It shows the most important countries in the world. The choices made in these halls have an impact on trade deals, the distribution of reserves, and financial policy. The choice of XRP shows that everyone agrees on something. The old plan that is based on the dollar can't last forever. Music, loss of trust is being caused by rising prices, mounting debt, and political conflicts around the world. Leaders know that there isn't much time to make the change go easily. Delay can lead to chaos. This sense of urgency can be felt in the recording, where voices that sound both anxious and determined merge. It is not suggested that XRP be used as a bridge exchange. It is a plan for how to handle a problem that is about to happen. Music. Some people will say that XRP can't replace fiat money on a world level and that it can't be used at this level. But history shows over and over that big changes in the economy happen slowly and often in response to crises. The euro, the end of gold standards, and the use of digital payment lines were all planned internally long before the public knew about them. XRP is just the next step in this chain of growth. It's already been tried in cross-border settlements and connected to a lot of different financial institutions. Honestly, it's scalable enough to meet the liquidity needs of the whole country. The secret G20 recording confirms what people close to Ripple have been saying for a long time. From now on, XRP is more than just an option. It's becoming an important part of the world's financial system. The link to the BRICS really makes the story more interesting. Countries outside of the Western banking system have wanted to weaken the dollar's hold on the world economy for a long time. They have put money into gold, steady into digital currencies, and partnerships with alternative banks. The XRP gives a unique answer for them. A neutral tool that can connect different currencies without emphasizing any political bias. Unlike fiat money from one country, XRP isn't run by a central bank. However, it is regulated and can be checked, which is a balance that sovereign countries like. The leak proves that these talks were not just for fun. The BRICS countries were actively involved in planning meetings, looking at XRP's potential and working together to make sure there is a smooth transition system in place in case the dollar fails. Music, right now, is a very important turning point for the average trader. When official announcements are finally made, they will have an instant and, to be honest, pretty strong effect on the market. The way supply and demand work suggests that latecomers might be priced out. The faithful army of people who have held on to XRP through years of uncertainty stand to gain from institutional adoption, real-world usefulness, and, global demand that has never been seen before. The leak is like a golden ticket that lets people know where the world is going before the mass panic starts. But the chance won't last long. History shows that the gates close quickly once widespread adoption is known to the public. It affects more than just money. There are changes coming to energy markets, trade agreements, reserve management, and the settlement of foreign debt. If commodities like oil, gas, and oil start being priced in XRP, the US dollar will have much less global sway than it does now. There will be more than one economic power in the world because countries will have more negotiating power. Music, for decades, people who have access to money have been in charge of the story. The leaked video shows that the global elite is aware of this change in power and is taking action ahead of time, using XRP as a way to keep the system stable while shifting power around. The leak shows how quickly things can change in the digital age, which goes beyond the mechanics of acceptance. Thanks to blockchain openness, real-time settlement, and interoperable financial networks, decisions that used to take years to spread can now be carried out in just a few months. XRP is in a unique situation to make money off of this. Modern trade speed and size can be handled by it because it is not limited by old banking systems. It's impossible to overstate how moving the recording is. There is a mix of panic, urgency, and resolution, which makes the situation even more serious. In contrast to public comments that are carefully chosen to look good, this is raw, unfiltered action and strategy. It gives us a rare look into how decisions are made at the top levels and shows how systemic risk leads to decisive action. XRP was picked to stop the financial collapse not because of speculation but because it works reliably under pressure, is well known, and can be used by people all over the world. People who are keeping an eye on how digital finance changes can see that this leak backs up years of study, testing, and strategic partnerships. XRP has been quietly added to payment corridors, tried in real-world settlement settings, and checked to make sure it meets regulatory requirements. The G20 recording proves that these steps did not happen one after the other. There were steps that were taken to get ready for a system-wide adoption plan. It's not hard to understand what a bridge currency is. It can be done, is practical, and is about to happen.